Okay, earlier this year, I took to eBay and set myself the challenge of trying to buy myself a cheap second-hand triathlon bike. After a few near wins, expletives, and eBay battles later, I'm pretty pleased with what I managed to get. I got the Boardman TT, and I put it straight to test against my lovely new Canyon Speed Max, and guess what? Yeah, it lost, but not half as badly as I expected it to. In fact, it did remarkably well. But now, I'm back with an upgraded, cheap, second-hand triathlon bike. Yeah, I spent just shy of £200 upgrading this bike. I've got a brand new cockpit, lovely new wheels, whole new group set, even a lovely disc wheel. I've also managed to upgrade my compatriot this time. Don't tell Sam I said that. So, James, what do you think? Does it stand a chance this time?
Well, it certainly looks fast. It's definitely an improvement. Not sure it looks as fast as this one though. There's only one way to find out though. Let's go test them. Right, well, before we get started with the competition, let's take a look at what's competing. Mark, walk us through your new bike.
Okay, yeah, I've got the Boardman TT. It is an aluminium frame. I've got a brand new chain on it, new cables, new brakes. I have even whacked some new wheels on there and a disc wheel cover. I've got Continental GP 5000 tyres. I've got a mix of Shimano components on here. So I've got Shimano Ultegra and 105 in brand new mint condition. I've got a SRAM Aero 55 front chainring or big chainring. I've got the Profile Design area base bar and aero bars. Brand new Dura Ace shifters, might I add. Yeah, I think, yeah, pretty proud of that. What do you reckon?
You've done a great job.
Yeah.
But compared to this, I mean, it's top of the range, isn't it? It's full carbon fiber, unlike your aluminium. It's integrated aero tubing. It's got TT Swiss die-cut ARC 1100 wheels, which are light and aero. Full Shimano Dura Ace DR2 R9150, the latest and the greatest. I mean, I'm not sure how you're going to beat this.
What does it weigh?
It's a little under 10 kgs. How about yours?
Well, yeah, no, same actually. So.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Has yours got an aero water bottle though?
Actually, it does. It's hidden inside the frame. And I had a spare water bottle on here, but someone's taken it off.
Okay, have you got 2 aero bars? Huh.
I don't have 2 aero bars. Is 2 aero bars faster?
Well, yeah. Well, we'll just have to find out, won't we? All right, first things first. I think we should probably start with a good old-fashioned time trial, shouldn't we?
Yep, that sounds like a good idea. And to keep things as accurate as possible, we're comparing the bikes, not each other. We're going to try and hold exactly 300 watts for all our runs, each of us on the bikes once each, and then we'll compare the times afterwards.
Yeah, and if you remember last time, the Boardman was on average around 4 seconds behind the Canyon, which may not sound like much, but that extrapolated is around 3 minutes over 70.3 and 6 minutes over an Ironman. So let's see what's got this time.
Three, 2, 1, let's go.
Yeah, it was much better than last time. The feels just fast, but I've got to say I still need to get that position sorted and dialed on this, but pretty pleased with that for the first run. Now to see what the Canyon does. Damn, I love this bike. Enough said. I love it.
Whew. Done. I think I averaged exactly the same power. Just have to go and crunch the numbers now and see which bike was faster.
Okay, scores on the door.
So I did my first run on the Canyon. I did 303 watts in 3 minutes and 44 seconds. I did my second run on the Boardman. I did 303 watts again. Hey. And I was a full 8 seconds slower on the Boardman.
Well, just for simplicity, I'll do it in the same order, although obviously I did it the other way around. So I went 335 on the Canyon for 315 watts, normalized. Not quite, didn't manage to bang the 300 as you did. On the Boardman, I went 343 for 312 normalized. So at least it's very, very similar.
Also 8 seconds. We both were 8 seconds slower on the Boardman. Now, that raises an interesting question because last time the Boardman was 4 seconds slower than the Canyon. We haven't changed the Canyon, and Mark's made upgrades, he said, on the Boardman. I think we need to do some more testing.
Can I just think the conditions today, it was the winter, and maybe that just favoured that bike.
Let's do some more testing and see
then it favoured this
slower
bike.
He's made his bike.
Okay, now time for the hill climb. Now I've got to admit, the Boardman actually climbed really well last time. The only thing that really let it down was the shifting because it's on the end. And I've got to admit, I haven't really been able to change that due to the limitations of my budget.
That is definitely going to be a thing in this hill climb.
Yeah.
So we're literally just standing start as hard as we can to the top of the hill.
That's how we do it in Britain. Standing start hill climbs, yeah, but all out, max effort. I'm a bit worried because you're a good climber.
I'm a bit worried because of the bike.
Okay, right. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Don't like racing you.
Oh, I'm not sure how much we learnt about the bike's performance up the hill, but I can tell you, DR2 shifters on the base bar
I'll give it to you.
a major performance enhancer.
I'll give it to you. I don't think I would have had that. If you had to go for that final change at the end.
Yeah, when I had to sit down to change, that was it. Couldn't get going again.
Yeah, I actually changed whilst out of the saddle. That's the beauty of DI2.
Exactly.
It shifts so well.
You're on the base bar. I can't shift on the base bar. But I will say, it climbed better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. All right, so down we go. Time to swap the bikes over. And another all-out effort.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm looking forward to being on that bike. But I'm not sure my legs will put another effort like that in there.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Into gravel.
All right. All right, mate.
I want to say that's due to the shifting, but
Shifting lactic acid, mostly.
but yeah,
That was tough.
happened again. Sat down to shift.
Yep,
You went past, but then
that's definitely a thing. I mean, I was changing while standing, perfectly smooth on the new DR2. So compare that to having to sit down move your hand and shift. There's just no contest. But it does climb fairly well.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Very impressed, actually.
We'll give it a little bit of kudos for that, but yeah, components are definitely a cost factor on there.
Yeah, now for a bit of an easier test. Okay, so next test up, which I've got to be honest, we did on a bit of a whim last time, is the rather rudimentary roll down test.
Roll down test. What is a roll down test?
Well, basically, you roll down a hill or a gradual slope into a slight upward slope, and the more aero bike should theoretically travel the furthest.
Sounds simple enough. I don't need my power meter for this one, do I?
You definitely don't. You literally push off, don't pedal, and roll as far as you can. Now, I've got to be honest, I kind of stitched Sam up last time and made him do all the hard work. So, you know what? I'm going to take this one. I'll do it. But if you don't mind being the adjudicator.
All right, yeah, I'll follow you and mark where you finish on that bike, and then you can take this bike and try and do the same thing. See how far you get.
Let's do it.
Yep.
Let's go.
Come on, go on, go on, nearly there.
Do it so well.
Go on, Mark, go on. Don't fall over now. And stop.
Well, I'm quite pleased with that.
Well, we've got nothing to compare it to yet. So you take this one back up there and do it again, and we'll see whether you beat this
Don't you move though.
I will
Don't you move.
I will stay right here.
All right.
And
nice one.
see if you beat me. You better hope you do for with this one. Off you go.
All right. Okay, let's go. Pretty happy with that. That's a good, I'd say 30 meters, 20, 30 meters. Kind of what we expect. Shame that bike hasn't done better yet though. All that work opponent to it. 200 pounds. Wow, what a day. Almost deja vu. I mean, back in the same place we finished last time. Well, they're not for you. Now, James, before we delve into which one is better, which one is worse, honestly, what did you think to my bike and the upgrades? And just before you unleash, remember that I'm quite protective over this bike. I've put a lot of work into it.
Well, you've definitely improved it aesthetically.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. I wouldn't be embarrassed wheeling that into T1 at a race. I'm not sure you've improved the performance in any way though, Mark.
You know what? I've got to be honest, I actually agree. Yeah, I had strong hopes for this bike and I really thought I'd improved the performance. But today's results, well, actually, in some ways it's gone backwards. I'm going to argue that just the weather was favourable to this bike today and it was just whatever. But yeah, I think actually there were some errors in my upgrades. Whilst they look really good, where I've gone cheap, particularly the wheels, they whistled like crazy. And they're old aero wheels, basically a box rim wheel with a carbon fairing on that's got holes in it.
Yeah, I think they more of a nod to aesthetics than to performance. And the same with your disc cover, to be honest. I'm not sure it's making that much difference aerodynamically. And we saw that in our test results. Your bike is not any faster than it was last time compared to the Canyon Speed Max. So
you wait until we get into a crosswind. That baby is going to be flying.
Not as much as that one's flying, which is the whole point of this test.
What I will say though, that bike is definitely it just feels more secure and safe when I ride. Last time it felt like a bag of nails.
Yeah, well, you've definitely improved that with the new brakes and new wheels with a braking surface, that kind of thing. You have improved the bike. I will give you that. Your 200 quid wasn't completely wasted, but as far as the performance improvement go, I'm not sure you made any difference. And the question now is, do you think you can sell it for 600 quid on eBay?
Well, I was thinking, it looks pretty cool. 1,500, maybe? No? Well, should we put this video out after I've put it on eBay?
Maybe you better. But maybe it'll be worth more once people have seen you riding it.
I doubt it.
Maybe it'll be worth less.
Probably less, yeah.